I wanted to talk to you today about something that I've been doing a lot of research on recently called Haarp. It's not what it sounds like. It's not Gabriel's lyre or an angel's harp. It's something that was originally conceived by a Serbian inventor called Nikola Tesla, who invented lots of interesting things like alternating current back in the 1920s or earlier, turn of the century. And I'm extremely worried about this development project, and you should be too. I googled it just before I came on, and I got 10,300,000 hits. And what it is originally was a device made up of radio aerials all grouped together that was supposed to be used for improving radio communications and GPS connections with GPS satellites. Now, the Department of Defense in the US own a site in Alaska, and you can actually look it up online and see it for yourself. It does exist, and there are, as far as I can tell, 9 or 10 of them at least around the world. And it's really quite scary. And what I don't understand is why people aren't talking about it more, because its applications are very varied and it seems to be an incredibly powerful thing. Without going into the boring science about it, it's able to direct a radio signal, a bit like a radio station transmitter that transmits the signal from the radio station, but it's beamable and you can target it, and it's able to produce a huge amount of power. I mean, this sounds like science fiction, but it's apparently true. It's able to produce a huge amount of power, and it can do things like it can heat the atmosphere up, and it can potentially change the direction of the jet stream and change a country's climatic conditions. And I think that very cleverly somebody or a group of people, a large powerful group of people who wear uniforms, have been using climate change as a smokescreen to confuse people about what the weather's actually doing. Now, of course, climate change is a factor. I've spent 10 years making TV programs about it. But the human race only produces 3% of the carbon dioxide that the planet produces in total. I mean, that's still a huge amount. It's something like 25 or 26 gigatons, which is 1,000 billion tons of CO2 in America and in total in Europe and India and China. So everyone is producing about the same now, which amounts to something like 100 and something gigatons of CO2 a year, but it's still a very tiny amount. It does make a contribution. Climate change is cyclical, but there has to be more to explain how crazy the weather is and the intensity of the earthquake period that we're in at the moment. I've been to every single one of the major earthquakes just after they've happened to make TV programs about them for the last 10 years, starting in Indonesia and then Pakistan, China, Chile, Haiti, and Japan. I've been to all of them. And yes, you could say that we're in a cyclical cluster of earthquakes. It does happen. It happened around 1910 to about 1930, when San Francisco was flattened in, I think, was it 1908 by an 8.1 or bigger earthquake. And then Tokyo got hit in, I think, 1930 by an 8 point something. It does happen. It is cyclical. But when I found out that there was a HAARP array running on a mobile platform in the Pacific off Japan at the time of the Japanese earthquake, that really gave me the chills. You can look it up if you Google Japan earthquake HAARP conspiracy, you'll come up with lots of information about it. And if you Google Haarp, Haarp, you'll find lots and lots of references to it. And there have been lots of studies, lots of scientific studies, and I think it is the best kept secret ever. And I would like to know more about it, and I would really appreciate your help in researching it, looking at it, and asking questions, and asking the media why they aren't talking about it. It's incredible how something which is potentially so dangerous, which is more dangerous than an atom bomb, can be so secret. I don't know how they've done it, but somebody's doing a really good job of keeping it quiet. And you have to ask yourself that when you bear in mind that when Robert Oppenheimer in the States, in the 1940s, when he was researching the hydrogen bomb before they detonated it, had no clue about whether or not it would cause ultimately a chain reaction and turn the Earth into another sun and create a chain reaction like there is on the sun, and turn us into a star. They didn't know whether or not that would happen, and they still detonated it. And I'll leave you with that thought,